Hey everyone, welcome and thank you so much for being here. I feel very led to share an energy here today from a very powerful um, being who has passed on from this life, but her energy remains. And I don't know if you've ever listened to Hay House Radio. It's a very powerful uh, I'm going to say, I don't know if it's a website. I don't think it's a website. Um, it's a very powerful source of energy, of healing. And look it up on that station. There are many powerful spiritual leaders that come on and they give, messages or insight or whatever it is. When I first started on my spiritual journey, I listened to that daily. And I believe the founder was Louise Hay. And so she created a deck of very beautiful cards called Power Thought cards, okay? And so I felt led to share those with you. This is her, very beautiful being, and she went through so much in her life, and only to realize that she was thankful for all that she went through, because it brought her to the place where she was, and the place that she is. And I believe, guys, that it's all about the journey. As I've always said, it's the path. It's what you learn and how you learn to appreciate it and apply it to your life and to the lives of many others. And that's what she did. And so I have this beautiful deck here that I want to share with you a few messages from it. And I believe her energy is here today. She didn't just stop healing others when she was here on this plane. She continues to do so with her energy here that comes through those of us who are messengers. And so I am going to just kind of shuffle these cards and see what comes out, because she wanted to help so many people, and she did. Throughout her lifetime, she was very she went through a lot, like a lot of us do, and she's here today again to present some messages here for all of us. Okay, so as I always say, guys, these are general messages, and they are always presented in love and light. And so I'm here to give you, this is going to be a quick one today, but I wanted to just share it with you. Thank you, guys. And so there are 3 cards that fell out, okay? I want to just, the first one that fell out is freedom is my divine right, okay? So there's a lot here in this card, in the title. And I believe she's trying to convey the message that freedom isn't something that you wish upon, that you wish you had. It's right there. It's yours. It already is. It's just in your divine path. Some people just don't see it. I think that some people feel very stuck in whatever energy they've been in. And she says, not so, my friend. You are so much more than feeling trapped or stuck, because you're never stuck. And she says, I am free to think wonderful thoughts. I move beyond past limitations into freedom. I am now becoming all that I am created to be. Excuse I've been painting, so I do have paint on my fingernails. Excuse that. I'll try not to put that in the camera. I am free to think wonderful thoughts. I move beyond past limitations into freedom. I am now becoming all that I'm created to be. Guys, listen, I think that there's a lot of us that are going through coming out of limitations and, shedding past karmic energy that was stuck, that kept us down, that kept us feeling we weren't worthy. I keep saying this, and this is strong message in that direction right now. In the past readings recently, that's come through, and it comes through again with Louise Hay and her energy here. So I do believe she is saying, guys, listen, you're willing to change. Now I feel that a lot of you are willing to surrender to that, whatever change that is within you, this energy is here to aid you in releasing negative beliefs. I'm going to read the other side of this card here. I am willing to release old negative beliefs. They are only thoughts that stand in my way. My new thoughts are positive and fulfilling. And so this energy here is, I believe that she created these cards based off of her spiritual journey and what she went through. And at times in our path, we come across that point where it's like we can't fight it anymore. We have to surrender and cleanse our thoughts and our kind of get rid of those negative beliefs, because they're just holding us back. They're holding us back from what we're capable of. I never in a million years thought that I would share my paintings in public. I never thought I would. I never thought I was good enough. I was shy. I was insecure, not confident. Guys, I'm being released from that fear, from that self-defeating mindset, and I'm going forward with painting and sharing my creativity. And it's whatever, whoever you are, if you don't believe, if you're not into art, painting and all that, that's fine. You don't have to be. I use it as my backdrop. It is comforting to me. It is a representation of who I am, each and every painting I do. And I believe that for a lot of you, you've held back on what you feel you want to do because you weren't sure that you could do it, or you weren't ready for someone to criticize, or you weren't ready for anybody pointing out your flaws in the painting, or flaws in whatever you're doing. But I feel that you're coming out of that now, and I feel like your life is starting to look beautiful, okay? And so everything in my life works now, right? And forevermore. And I believe that these healing messages here, this positive energy, is meant to lift you, to move you, to drive you to fulfillment and happiness and joy, and doing something that you feel uplifted in. For some of you, it is a calling to do some kind of light work or healing work, or something that brings a smile to people, or joy, or whatever it is that you feels right for you, then that's what you're supposed to be doing. And don't ever feel like if you're not where you think you should be in that moment, don't ever put yourself down for that. You guys, it's a learning process. It's a journey. It's a healing that has to happen so that we can move forward on our path into this beautiful, successful life. And for me, I worked on this painting, and I was like, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix that. I see this flaw. I see that flaw. And finally, I let myself relax. And I was like, you know what? I just want to paint, and I want this to be beautiful to me, and I want to put all of my heart and soul into this. And I stopped looking at and beating myself up for, geez, I shouldn't have made that mistake. I should be better by now with this. It is a journey. It is a process, and we are to enjoy the beauty of the journey, okay? Because Spirit says if you jump right from, say, birth to death, you miss everything in between. And the beauty of the journey, excuse me, my nose is running all of a sudden. The beauty of the journey is learning those lessons. Um, and I hear these practice makes perfect, and we aren't expected to be perfect, but it is one of those things where we're on our way to something magical and beautiful, and to not look to the end point, because we are to enjoy the journey along the way and love it and nourish it and allow ourselves to be imperfect, right? Allow ourselves to be imperfect. Allow ourselves to stumble sometimes and then watch ourselves get up. Allow ourselves to laugh at ourselves sometimes instead of being critical. It's okay. It's okay. And I feel like somebody just needs to breathe and enjoy and work on whatever it is you feel led to do. It doesn't mean you have to jump into it and immediately you're satisfied. You're a professional at something. It means to start. Take a leap of faith and start. It doesn't mean something like quitting your job and going out somewhere and opening up a sweat lodge for healing people. I don't know. All I know is that even just the slightest inkling of a beginning of what makes you happy and what you feel you need to be doing is huge, because a lot of people get up to that point and they back off because they're like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if, what will he or she think, or will, no, stop with that. Spirit says stop. You're taking away from the joy, the enjoyment, the beauty of your journey. Okay? Think about it this way. For those of you who like to take a walk or a drive or whatever, some people like to take Sunday drives to take in the scenery. What if you were on a, say, a walk in nature or a drive, and you had, you couldn't see in your peripheral, all you could see was, just the road ahead. You would miss so much. You would miss the beauty of a sunrise. You would miss the beauty of a rainbow that comes after a rainstorm. You would miss everything that is around you, and you wouldn't be able to share stories with people. Oh, this is what I saw. It was so beautiful. We can't and shouldn't go through our journey with blinders on. We should be able to see everything around us and experience it to its fullest. We should be able to enjoy this journey, guys. And who holds the key to that freedom? We do. You do. I do for myself. You do for yourself. So I really hope that this message has touched you in some way. And I feel like this is needed for me too right now, because there are times when I get discouraged and I think to myself, yesterday I started a painting and for whatever reason it wasn't coming out the way I wanted, and it bothered me so much, because I thought to myself, wait a minute, I'm better than this. Why can't I paint the way I want to today? And I realized it's not that I don't have the skill. It's that I wasn't in the right energy. My mind was racing with some energies that weren't pleasant for some reason. I think it was the aligning of the energy that was out in the ethers or something like that. And so I had to put it away, and I had to sleep on it. I had to clear my energy and sort of meditate. And finally, I was able to step back into it, and it was just beautiful. So, guys, it's in a lot of times when we want to pursue something, our mind tells us, no, stay where you're safe. You don't know if you can do this. But our soul is saying, but I'm craving this. This is my life purpose. This is my journey. And so, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this message. And please, as I said, look up Louise Hay. Look up Hay House Radio if it's still out there. I hope it is. Some of the greats came from there. Wayne Dyer. I always want to say Dwyer. I think it's Dyer. Wayne Dyer. And Denise Lynn and Gabby Bernstein and all of those monumental, inspirational, spiritual guides. Okay. You do what's good for you and what feels good, okay, guys? Enjoy your journey. Enjoy each day like it's a precious gift if you can. And try not to let anyone or anything interfere with that energy. And if it does, you cleanse it right away. Because this isn't their journey. This isn't their decision if you're happy or not. It's yours. Go now with God, with your divine, and with your own highest and best energy today. I'm with you always. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Namaste.